Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. We have got the stats breakdown for stage number 4 of the Ultimate Red Zone Dismal Future Edition. I do want to quickly say, tomorrow, if you didn't know, we're going to be probably shown the part 2 Carnival LRs. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I'm going to be making a video on that, maybe even stream it. So if you want to drop a follow on Twitch, link will be in the description down below. But let's get into this because the last few stages have been very difficult of the new red zone. So starting off against Zamasu, he does have 40 million HP with a 500k attack stat. That makes sense. That makes sense because some of the units that hadn't finished building up, like Easy A Rose and Zamasu, even like first turn Easy A AGL Zamasu, and like maybe a couple other units in there, it makes sense why the basics were doing so much damage, but 500k on a basic straight away. Straight away. It's kind of crazy. I've actually got the stage prior to kind of give comparison, which this stage overall does actually do more damage, aside from Rose and Zamasu's basics compared to like Rose's basics. Other than that, every part of stage number 3 against Rose does more damage, but of course Rose and Zamasu do have a gimmick, but still 500k out the bat is still a lot. 70k defense, 64% damage reduction. He'll do 1.25 million on a super. Again, while that is lower than what Goku Black can do, which is 1.5, which honestly is a joke, having that immediately hit you on a first phase, could even be turn 1, is actually a joke still, but 1.25 is still a lot. Like, I know it's 250k less than Goku Black, but there's still so many units in the game that need those first few turns to build up. Let's even take the most recent units, for example. Like, even like one of the best defensive units in the game right now with Easy A AGL Zamasu, even his first phase, of course, can't deal with a 1.25 million super attack. So when you consider a lot of the other units in the game that need to build up, that can really clock you for some damage. Of course, he only does it once, like usual. There's no reduction on attack and defense or stunning or sealing, and he does recover HP, which I thought at first he was recovering a lot. It's only a little bit. It's only a little bit. This isn't too bad. His HP recovery stuff isn't too bad, but you know, he is doing less damage, as I said, than Goku Black is, and is actually weaker than Goku Black overall completely. But even though that is the case, he's still tough. He's still a very tough, like, starting first phase. Then we have this wickedness, which is Rose and Zamasu. 60 million HP, 603k, and 40 damage. I don't know why the extra 40 needs to be there, but 603k and 40 damage. 110k defense with 66% damage reduction. I'm going to attack 9 times in one turn. Does 1.57 on a super, 1.5076, which again is still a lot. Again, overall, does less damage than Rose does. That's only going to make so much of a difference. But these two have a gimmick. Number 1 will raise attack for 1 turn by 30%. Will have a guaranteed seal. And can potentially super attack you twice. So yes, they're doing like just over 100k less, which is only going to make so much of a difference, but it is quite a lot of damage in the grand scheme of things. But while they do 1.5 instead of the 1.6, they can super attack you twice, and don't forget, they will be stronger the second time around, not only on basics, but on the next super attack, which I found out the hard way they super attack twice. But doing 100k less, but super attacking twice for 1.5 mil is absolutely devilish. Like, that is devilish. And as I said, because they get that 30% attack raise, they're going to get that from the first one, then they're going to get that from the second one. They're going to be doing, like, in the realms of potentially, like, almost 2 mil, if not very, very close. Which is crazy. So, if the wrong unit gets super attacked, or you don't have that much HP in a turn, but, you know, even if one of your, like, bulky units kind of tank that, you know, we'll just ignore the hiccup that happened. We keep rolling around here. But even if one of your bulky units tank it, don't forget the second one's coming back stronger. But that's why I do believe Rose and Zamasu is more difficult than Rose, because yes, they're weaker, but they have so much more gimmick to them. Not only are they going to get stronger because they're going to super attack twice and there's a 30% raise, not only there's a 1.5 million super attack twice potentially as well, but then they have a guaranteed seal. So what happened to me, of course, when I'm using LR Tech Zamasu with this guaranteed sealing is they sealed Zamasu, or they sealed like one of my big damage dealers. So I'm in there for longer, which means there's more of a risk. I'm going to be hit with another 1.5 billion super. They're going to get this raise, and they can potentially super attack again or twice. So not only are they doing a lot of damage in general, the gimmicks, the sealing, the raise, it's the 2 supers. He's dangerous. Which makes me think, like, the final stage, like, we're looking probably between 1.6 to 1.8 million as super. And Zamasu, merge Zamasu, however they decide to do it, infinite Zamasu even. I wouldn't be surprised if he was doing 1.6 to 1.8 and then being able to stun or lock you or even do both. And maybe even have 2 super attacks in one turn. But these 2 are dangerous. Like, this is actually, I think, the most. I've probably said this before, but now these two are rank above. This stage probably gave me some trouble. Like, the trouble was up there. Like, I think even the video I made was called "This Gave Me Stress." But here's all the stats for stage number 4 of Dismal Future Red Zone against Zamasu and Rose and Zamasu. As I said, so far, they probably have to be the hardest enemy. Maybe not in the game. They're probably very close. That's probably going to go to the final stage against Merge Zamasu or Infinite Zamasu, however they decide to do it. But currently, so far, to me, definitely the hardest. Yes, they're weaker than Rose, but only by 100k, and they have way more gimmicks, which make them even more annoying and even more deadly. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'll see you next video, guys. Take care, have a good rest of your day, and peace.